Hello natural beauties, welcome to my channel. My name is Nat and today we're going to play with one of my older Juvia's Place palettes. This is the Nubian 3 Coral palette and I was thinking about ranking my Juvia's Place palettes. Honestly, I don't have any of the new ones. I've kind of been on a no-buy, but as far as this one, I remember that this color was gorgeous right here. And this one was really nice. I love a nice red eyeshadow. This is a beautiful red shimmery eyeshadow. And then I remember these two being nice. I don't know why this one didn't really stand out to me, but I thought that we would take this opportunity to jump into a palette that I have not used very much and kind of see my thoughts on it. Now, I already have some stuff on my face. I primed my eyelids with my Urban Decay Honey eyeshadow primer, and I also used my Disney Villains ColourPop Misunderstood palette, and I set my eyeshadow with this one right here. It's called No Spots, and I'm not showing you that because it's in a project pan. I got a little bit of something going on in it, so we'll leave that for when I update you on my panning solitaire project pan. So I think first we are going to go into the palette, and I'm going to go with a big fluffy brush, and this is actually a Juvia's Place brush, and we're going to go right into this beautiful taupe right here, and I'm just going to push that right on to my brow bone, and I'm just kind of picking it up on the side. And I just want to add a little bit of contour and definition. Now this is a really light shade, but it does come across on me. So yeah, I don't really remember loving this or using it before, which is unusual because I love taupe, y'all. But no, it definitely comes across. And nice and easy to blend out. It's a nice, it's it's a stiffer packed shadow, but I mean, it definitely comes across. Sometimes I feel like when they're packed really densely that sometimes it's hard to get, you know, pigment onto your brush, but that one worked really well. What shall we use next? Let's see, let's go into the orange, and then we'll use that one on top. And I think this one, we're just gonna go right into the crease with it, and we're just gonna pull it down and then back, just to add a little bit of color. And that's a real nice peach. And I did love the entire like color scheme of this palette. Of course, I mean, that's why I bought it. But I know that it's rather neutral, but I don't know, I loved the cool tones in it, and I definitely got it. I want to say I got this when it actually came out. So, oh goodness, I'm on the bigger side of my mirror and it caught me off guard. But I really like these so far because they're blending nicely, and they're individual shadows. You know, they're not like getting like muddy or anything. Yeah, and those just blend out so very nicely. So what can we do next? I think next we're going to go in with this Tarte brush, and we'll go into this orange right here. I'm just going to pick it up right on the side of that brush. And I'm going to do this eye first because it's easier for me to make this eye match. So we'll see what kind of damage we do on this one. And then we'll see if we can't get the other side to match. And again, a very nice orange. And it's different from the one that I put in the crease, but it's a really nice color. And it's blending out nicely. Again, I'm going to make that line and then just smudge out that outer V. And I really like it. Let me get these to match, and then we'll come back and we'll do a few more shadows. Okay, now that I feel like my eye shapes match, I'm going to take one of my favorite flat eyeshadow brushes. It's a Royal and Langnickel brush, and it is a BX80. And I'm going to go into this color right here. I really want to use this color, but if I'm being honest, I know what that one looks like. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to use this spray, which is in one of my project pans, and I'm going to go right on my lid with this. And honestly, not too much going on. It's very light. I'm going to flip it onto the other side and we'll try again. I'm not going to spray it because it's kind of already wet anyways. But let's see if this... And that did help. Do you see? I hope it brightened up on screen because it did brighten up here in real life. So I'm going to do the same thing. And a little bit of hard pan here, but you can kind of see that there's some movement going. And this one I am going to spray again. I like to try and like swirl it around and pick up as much of the spray as possible. And let's go in. Ooh, something's itching my nose. Yeah, that's a really pretty color. I find that sometimes it's difficult for me to do like a toned down look. And I am going to go in just one more time with that brush and just kind of focus right over the top of my eye on both sides. And that looks really pretty. I think that we're going to add a little definition to the outer edges, and we're going to go in with, this is a Sephora Pro brush. It doesn't have a number. It's a really old, but I don't know. So we're going to go into this dark shimmery brown shadow, and we're going to just place it right in that outermost corner. And I don't see a whole lot going on, so I'm going to pick up a little more. Alright, I can see it coming out, and I don't want it to be too dark, but I definitely want to be able to see it. And even though it's not coming across, I got some fallout there, but it's not really translating onto my eyelid. And I am just kind of like stippling it, and I'm rolling my brush around in case I picked it up on one side and not the other. So that's not doing a wonderful job. Maybe it's the brush. So let's try another one. This is a Goal Getter Tarte brush. It's one of like their school ones or whatever. So we're going to do the same thing. We'll go right on the tip. And let's see how this comes across on the eye. Not a lot. See, and that's another reason. Not only did I want to rank my Juvia's Place palettes, but because I have a lot of the older ones, oh, my ColourPop ones as well, I just want to get to know the shadows in them better, because I want to do some deep potting to kind of like consolidate and condense you know, all my palettes and eyeshadows and stuff. I do feel like this brush is working better than the other one. The other one was not nearly as stiff as this brush, so I think that may have had something to do with it. And again, blending out really nicely. So yeah, I'm feeling this. I have liked all of the shadows. I will say that this brown, it is not the best brown. So I probably won't use that brown. I mean, granted, let me show you this fallout, y'all. Look at that fallout. Can you see it? But it's just not translating very well onto my eye. And you can see it's coming across on the brush. But, I don't know. Just, I don't know. Compared to the others that we have put on our eyes, it's not that great. So I guess we will go ahead, you know that I'm going to jump in with something light and shimmery in the corner. Shall we use this one? I'm telling you, I know that this one is gorgeous. It was my favorite eyeshadow out of this palette. I'm just going to pop it right here in the in the innermost corner. And then I'll give you a swatch too. I'm going to just pick up a little bit more and go on that other eye. I closed the wrong eye. Did y'all see that? I meant to close this eye, and I closed the other eye. So, yeah, I just love this shadow, y'all. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let me swatch it for you because you have got to see it. Right here. Look at that beautiful swatch. And it is just gorgeous. I know that I love it. So that's why I didn't really want to jump into it. Because, you know, I love that one. I know it. Let's go, I guess on the bottom, let's see about working in some of these cools that I was talking about. I really like to use like cools and warms together. I tend to mix those, and I don't mean to. Like, I just looked at this and realized I could have used that brown, but instead of that brown, I jumped into the cool gray. I love cool gray. I have to steer myself away from clothes that is cool gray because I'll have a closet full of gunmetal gray and be delighted about it. But yeah, so that looks really, really pretty. I think I'm going to use this same brush, and you know what? Let's go in with this silver here, and I'm going to go right on my innermost lower corner. Yeah, and that's nice. And it's not incredibly pigmented, but I love that when it blends out, it still has that beautiful gray silver tone to it. Like, it doesn't just blend away, you know? So yes, very, very pretty. I think we will, just for giggles, finish with our finger, just because it seems like these brushes work so well, right? You know, considering they're free and we were born with them. Let's see if it makes a difference at all. I think that is a very pretty. I am going to do some eyeliner and mascara. Actually, I'm going to finish my face off camera and then we'll be back. Alright, so here is the finished look. Well, not totally finished. I still want to do a couple things with you. I used this Tarte Tiger's Eye eye pencil for my upper eyelid right here. I was thinking about using a liquid liner, but that's in a project pan, and I figured I would use that instead. I also put it in my waterline on the outer parts and on my actual lower lashes. It looks really pretty on the lashes, but it is already worn off of like my waterline already. As far as blush, I use my Fenty Beauty #1 Fuego blush, and this is in a Bob's Burger project pan. I contoured with my Fall For You, oh no, this is a Tarte cream bronzer. It's in the color Breezy Seashells, and this is in my Fall For You project pan, and I bronzed up with this. I also added just a touch of blush to the apples of my cheeks on top of the Fenty with this CoverGirl Cheekers. It's number 107 in Flushed, and I think this is a really pretty pink blush, and it builds up nicely on my skin tone. Swatches horribly, but builds up beautifully. Now, we still need to add, I want to use this. This is in my Fall For You project pan as well. I'm using this color right here. It's Punta de Este Sunlight, and I'm going to use it right on top of my blush because I love the yellow color that it gives me, because it's just this beautiful, like, sunshine yellow. And I think that it is gorgeous. And I'm just going to put that right on my cheeks. And I kind of want to try and blend it into my blush. But honestly, I don't know how well that is going to happen. But God, that looks so pretty, y'all. So, so pretty. I'm going to use this sponge that I have here. I used it earlier when I primed my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to gonna pounce that out. Now, I do want to continue to use my project pan items, so I'm going to go in with this, which is in my Partners in Cream project pan. It's Disney Villains Color Pop Hades Everybody's Got a Weakness, and I like to use my actual fingers for these. Oh, I'm sorry, I already highlighted there. So I'm just going to bring this right down my nose and right above, real gently, because I already have lipstick on, right on my Cupid's bow, but mostly my nose and that bridge right there. Now, as far as lips, I used my Bite Beauty in Cocoa Bite, and this is in my Hollow Out for Halloween project pan. That's all I got left, y'all. So I put that on. Now for a topper. These are both in project pans. I think I'm going to go in with this Remy Rose Charlotte. Again, this is in my Fall For You project pan, right in the center of my lips. And just blot that out. I am going to go in one more time. I don't always like to use the actual wand on my lips, but the lipstick and this lip product are so close to each other, I don't mind if the color gets smeared on the wand. Very, very pretty. I really enjoyed this palette. We used, what, 7 colors? Here is the end look, and we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We used 7 shadows in here, of which I really didn't care for just one. I mean, honestly, this one wasn't that great either, because it really took some building up, but maybe those 2. So out of the 7, 2 out of 7, not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this. Maybe we'll work in it more. Let me know if you have this. Do you want me to use it again? Are you interested in it? And I really enjoyed it. Yeah, with those 2 exceptions. So thank you all so much for joining me. Just know that I am sending you positivity, and I hope that you are doing what you love, and I will talk to you later. Bye, y'all.